Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am just going to be doing a fun cut crease makeup look for you. It can always be kind of confusing when doing a cut crease, so I figured I would show you guys how to do that today in my video. And let's just get started. So as you can see, I already have my foundation. I mean, everything is on my face except for my eyes. I did this that way my video just isn't as long, but don't worry, I definitely will link below all the products that I use on my face. So yeah, let's just dive right in. I am so excited to be doing this makeup look today. I am using the Morphe James Charles palette. I feel like there's just a lot of fun, colorful eyeshadows in this palette that I'm really excited to use for this makeup look. So yeah, I just kind of need to figure out what colors I'm going to use because I'm going into this blind. I have a kid scissors in my way, so I just need to like move that. So first, I'm just going to be taking my 322 IT Cosmetics brush, and I am just going to be putting the shade Canvas all over my lid. And this is basically just going to be a nice transition shade. I feel like putting a lighter shade down really helps to put on other eyeshadows on top of it. I just feel like it gives you a smoother base to work on. That may be pointless, but you know, it's my philosophy, so we're just going to go with it. I also put it under my eye. Don't ask why. So I kind of put it in my inner teardrop of my eye. And I do bring this all the way to my eyebrow, just to also just like clean up my eyebrow from me filling it in. So now that that is on my face, I will zoom you guys in. That way you can actually see what I'm doing. So I think I'm just going to dive in with my 35E brush and kind of just start with a more of a brown base, just to kind of slowly build up colors. So I'm diving in with the shade Punch Me, using, like I said, my 35E Farrah brush, and just dabbing off all the excess. And then I just kind of start on the outer part of my lid, and I'm just working that basically almost all over the outer half of my lid. And I am kind of bringing it up towards my brow, just because I am going to be doing a cut crease today. So I do need a lot of room to play around with eyeshadow. So I am just going to be doing the exact same thing to the other eye. Okay, so I'm just going to be bringing this shade also down on my bottom eyelash line, and I'm using my 25E brush to do that. And once again, just using the shade Punch Me. I really like this color brown. I feel like it's kind of a perfect dark nude for my skin. I think this would be a really pretty, just natural eyeshadow look if you don't want it to be too dark. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to be going in with is No Beans. I'm using my 25E brush again, and I mean, like, a lot goes on that, so I just want to be really careful because I do want to add this in very minute amounts each time, just so I'm not overdoing it. So with my 25E brush, I'm just going to be starting this at the base eyelid, and I'm slowly bringing it up. And I'm just using a very light hand at first. That way when I spread around my eyeshadow, it's not harsh in any places. And so then I'm just going to be taking my 35E brush again, and I'm just going to be blending this in with the other eyeshadow we already laid down. And I'm just going to be doing the same to the other eye. Okay, so I'm also going to be putting some of that color under my eye as well. I'm just going to be using my 45E brush, which is more of a short shading brush. And I'm basically just going to be lightly doing this a majority right here. And then I do kind of brush off the excess of my brush and then I just kind of drag it inward, and this will just spread out the eyeshadow to the inner part of your eye, but also leave it more pigmented right here. And then I'm just going to quickly do the same to the other eye. I might add a quick other color to this look. I'm going to go in with my 25E brush again, and I'm going in with the shade Boutique. I'm going to start it at the top of my eye, which is different from what we have been doing. But since this is like a redder shade, I kind of want it to be higher. I think that's really pretty. And I'm just basically kind of shading it on my top, basically where my brow bone is. I kind of usually do eyeshadow all the way to my brow bone. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I don't know, I feel like I can pull it off, so I do it. But once you have that shade there, just blend it in, and that darker rusty brown is already basically a maroon kind of shade, so it will just blend right in with that eyeshadow we just put up there. It is just a super pretty, almost like a brown red smoky eye, which I am loving right now. I think it is very pretty, and I promised you guys a cut crease today, so color should probably be lighter. I think I'll use Ring Light for the cut crease, but first obviously we have to cut the crease. So I'm just taking some of my concealer and just put it on the back of your hand like so. I'm taking my Farrah concealer brush 10F. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it at the bottom of your eye, and you're gonna look up, and wherever that crease hits right there, that's how far up you're gonna bring your crease. So now all you need to do is kind of fill it in, and what you can do is fill the bottom half in, look up, and it just kind of creates the shape for you already, if you can see that. And you just want to keep kind of blinking and looking up. Like I said, this is just kind of a good way for a beginner just to kind of know where they should be putting the concealer. It really does help. This is definitely how I learned. And honestly, just the more you do this makeup look, the more you just, you know, remember where you have it. So I'm only going to go over that far, and I'm going to go back in with my IT Cosmetics brush 322 and just go over with the shade Canvas. And all this is doing is setting the concealer. Obviously the concealer is wet, and we just don't want that to spread to other places. And yeah. And obviously you might be getting some of that shade. Usually I would use a translucent setting powder. I forgot to bring it down, and I don't feel like going back up and getting it. Obviously it kind of got lighter right here. So just go back in with your 25E brush with the shade Boutique and simply just darken that up again. It's not going to hurt anything. Either way, I'm going to be going back and darkening this up right here because that's a transition spot. And you just kind of want to hide it. But either way, a little bit later, we're going to have to do that again. So honestly, if you just leave it like that, is perfectly fine. And I'm just going to put some more concealer on the back of my hand and do the other eye. Okay. So now that we kind of have our cut crease, I'm going to go ahead and add the shade that I want to fill that spot with. Now I do use my concealer brush again, so I'm going to just take some napkins, toilet paper, whatever you have, and just kind of get the concealer off the brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Ring Light. I feel like this will just really brighten up this look and just make it really pretty. So I'm just going to put Ring Light all over my brush, and I spray it with translucent setting powder. This is just going to really brighten up the eye and just make this color way more pigmented. So I just start putting this all over the lid. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just wet the brush, get some more on your brush, and just go ham. I mean, put it all over, girl. So as you can see, I concentrated more so on the part that we did the cut crease, but it looks bad where you can see the cut crease in my eyes. I don't know. I just, for my eye shape, I think it looks better when I kind of make it transition better. So with the excess on my brush, I go right over the area where it kind of like divides and transitions. And then I just kind of blend it. And you don't want too much, but just enough to kind of make it transition. And then go back in with your 25E brush. Go back in with the shade Boutique. And you want this part to transition nicely. So you're just kind of going back and forth with your brush. And you can even go back up here and just basically just blend it all out. I'm going to go back in with my 35E brush and just make sure there's no harsh lines. And that is basically the cut crease. So the last and final step is my lashes. I'm using the Cosmetics London-Vegas Nay Luxe Collection. I absolutely love these lashes. I think they're just really pretty. I do use the Duo Lash Glue. Now for my mascara, I use the Benefit They're Real. I absolutely love this mascara. And yeah, I'm gonna just put this all over. Okay guys, so this is the final makeup look. I have my lashes on, and it definitely does make a huge difference having lashes on, let me tell you that. Cut creases can be really hard, and yeah, lashes just make them look 10 times better. And yeah, let me just get you guys a zoom up.
Have to be your biggest fan, and when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely had so much fun creating it for you guys, and I hope that this video did give you some insight on how to create a cut crease and kind of play around with it and make any colors you want with it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. I definitely am excited to make that for you guys. I have no idea what it is, but I'm sure it'll be fun. But if you guys liked today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when I post next. And I will see you guys in the next one.